All right. We're back again with React Docs, and today we're gonna see some cool thing. React Docs, React Docs. All right, now basically, oh damn. Okay, so last time we covered the stop propagation and prevent default. Now we're gonna read about can handlers have side effects. Oh, yo, that's right now. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Event handlers are the best place for side effects. Okay, event handlers are the best place for the side effects. Now, unlike rendering function, event handler does not need to be pure, so it's a great place. So what's means pure, that it has a predictable like output we can get. And what was that? And no side effects, right? But it has the side effect, correct? So it's great place to change something, for example change an input value in response of typing, or changing a list of response to button press. However, in order to change some information, you first need some way to store it. In React, this is done by using state component memory, and you will learn all about it in the next page. Okay. Changing a list of response to button press. Okay, there's a lot of noise, background noise are coming out right now. Uh, Recap. You can handle events by passing a function as a prop to an element like this. Okay, you can handle event by passing a function to a prop to an element like this. Okay, correct. We can add a function as a prop. Now, event handlers must be passed, not called. I know it. You can define. Okay, so these are most important point we have to remember. So you can define the event handler function separately or inline. Yup, we know it. Event handlers are defined inside a component so they can access the props. All right. You can declare an event handler in parent and pass it as a yup. You can define your own event handler props on with application specific names. Event propagates upward to the parents. All right. So call this on the first argument to prevent this. Okay, so where do we prevent this? Button. Okay, we put this inside the child. Right, inside the child. Now call on the first argument to prevent that. Now event may have unwanted default browser behavior. This explicitly calling an event, and okay, so basically it's on submit, like on form. All right, now explicitly calling an event handler props from a child, and calling an event handler prop from a child handler is a good alternative propagation. Now okay, let's try out some challenges. Fix an event handler. Fix an event handler. What is this? Toggle the lights. So what's happening here? Light switch, handle click, body style this. If body is black, background color is black, then body background is white. Else this. Toggle this handle click. Alright. Wire the events. Okay, now challenge to wire the events. Alright, let's color switch. Change the color. Alright, so what's happening here? That I have the color switch on change color. on change color, on change color. Okay, so on change color, on change color. If there is any on change color, change color. If I click on this, clicks on page one. Now on change color, switch on to on click. Is it? Okay, receive true for normal in this. If you write then DOM across state true values this no. So, perfect. Okay, I didn't see this. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Okay, cool. Components memory. All right, now we gonna see the use state and whole thing. Now, the components memory. Now, components often need to change what's on the screen on the result of the interaction. Typing into this form should update the input field. Clicking next on the object should change the message display. Clicking by buy should product on the shopping cart. Okay, the URL. How do I add state variable with use state hook and pair of how to add more than one state variable and why should I call why state is called local. Okay, this is cool. Now when is regular variable isn't enough. All right, so let's component this next button. We should show the next sculpture by changing the index 1 to 2 and so on. However, this won't work if you can try it. Let's say next, nothing happens. Okay, so what's happening here is that we have next button on handle click. What does it do? Index this happen. Okay, what's happening here? The handle click event handler is updating the local variable index this, but two things prevent the okay. So it does not re-render the component. That's the thing. All right, but two things prevent the change from being visible. Okay, local variable does not don't persist between renders. Okay, and when create React renders this component as a second time, it renders from the scratch and does not consider the changes to the local variable. It does not consider any changes to local variable. Okay, now change to local variable won't trigger renders. Okay, so what's happening exactly in here is this. So it doesn't realize it need to render the component again with a new data. Okay, so let me read again what it says. But two things prevent the change from being visible. First is local variable don't persist between render. Local variable don't persist between renders. Okay, so if I do this, okay, let's do it here. Let's do it here. Components use state. Ah, name, string, hmm. Ah, on Java the on Java.
এই এই বললে তো
যাবো না, দোকান যাবো দোকান।
হ্যাঁ দোকান যাবে তো খুঁজে নিয়ে যাবে ওখানে যাতে হবে নাই দোকান আপনি আসবে স্যার